This is part one of a tutorial that's going to have you create this 3D puzzle. And what will end up happening at the end of it is you will output this 3D image in Creo to the laser engraver so it actually is physically in your hand. So to begin with, we have to start off with what it's going to look like, or the dimensions of it. So here in Project CAD you can see these are the actual dimensions of each piece. So what you're going to do is go into Creo and make each piece. Now there's a couple little tricks. So to start off with, here's my first piece, okay, and I've drawn it out and it's no different than any other drawing in Creo. But what I want to do is the next two pieces are basically revolve around the same shape, so I don't need to redraw each one from scratch. What I can do is go up to File, go to Save As, and Mirror Part. And under Mirror Part, what I want to do is, instead of mirror geometry only, I want to mirror geometry with features, and what that allows me to do is modify it afterwards. And I'm just going to leave it as a default as Part 8 right now. So I click on OK, and now this is the second part. You can see up top here it's Part 8. Now I can go into it, and I can hit Sketch, right mouse click, Edit Definition, and now I can go and add different features to it. So for example, if I wanted to modify the whole opening or something, okay, if I wanted to change other things, I can go and do that as well. So anyways, that's just one way of doing things. So once you've saved it, and I'm actually going to close this one off. Once you've got all your parts, okay, there's my first part, there's my second part, there's my third part, right? So all my parts have been created. Now what I want to do is assemble them. So it's pretty simple, straightforward assembly, and when they're all together it'll look like this. Okay, so now that my model's done, my three parts are made, what I need to do is put them in such a way that I can actually get them to the laser engraver, because right now if I try to put this to laser engraver it's going to look kind of funny. So what I do is I actually start a whole new part. Okay, and so I take this, and from here I'm just going to start on a new, a new assembly, and I'm going to call it puzzle now underscore layout. So this is just the layout for the puzzle. Okay, so I click on OK, and now I'm just going to assemble each part. So there's part 1. I'm going to go into, instead of automatic, just go default to position, click OK, scroll out a tiny bit, go to assemble, part 2. Okay, and all I'm going to do actually is just have the coincidences so the two line up. I don't think it really matters. Click on OK, and finally assemble part 3. And all I'm making sure is that they don't touch. So click on that one, and all I've done basically is just lined them all up so they're just in a line now. Okay, so once I've done that, I can just save it. I'll save it as puzzle layout, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to stop right here. That's part 1 of the tutorial, and I'll pick up in a second.